Hello and welcome back to another Clash of Clans war recap for the Pot of Gold clan. Got another exciting one here. We're looking for win number 65. We've got another close competitive war going on, and here's some highlights. So first of all, I'll go ahead and show you my first battle as my second base, the Town Hall 7. That's nearly maxed out itself. I got a little ways to go, I guess. But this is going to be the first battle that I really had since the latest update, where I was in a war and had to adapt to a third air defense in the Town Hall 7. So I was kind of interested to see how it would go. The previous time around, it was just after the update. I still had a Town Hall 7 that just had the two air defenses. Nothing was set up with the third one yet. So on this one, it actually ended up being pretty easy to funnel in the dragons since the army camps were out in the corners the way they were. I was able to make sure the dragons stayed directed toward the middle. That helped the hogs get in at a later point once some of those perimeter defenses were taken out. And they helped make sure that the second air defense got taken out. The dragons easily handled the third and the clan castle dragon. So after that, it ended up staying pretty easy here, at least for this base. Who knows, maybe it'll change and get a little more difficult here with some different layouts. But so far so good. I haven't really seen any extra difficulty from the extra air defense, which I was initially worried about. So this one's going to end up being mostly cleanup action here at the end. As you can see, there's only even a couple of cannons to worry about and an archer tower. Those are going down quickly, so my Barbarian King is even going to survive. Things turned out pretty well in this one, and it was the first 3-star battle of our war. This one brought our score to 5-0 to start off with, and this did end up being yet another war where we ended up positioned against a team that was from a different country in a different time zone, and so a lot of us on our team got the attacks done with before the other team even started. So definitely a good start for us here, and the dragons got things wrapped up. So it was a pretty good time on that one. Alright, our second highlight battle is coming from Demo, 1006. If you saw my previous video about our clan's looting contest, Demo did win the Town Hall 6 division. Now he's up against a Town Hall 6. Once again, with the update, there's an additional air defense for this Town Hall level. So at this point, we're going to have a chance to see what that ends up being like. First, he's going to have to deal with that Clan Castle Dragon, which I would admit for a Town Hall 6 level player is probably the most difficult, given that you can put a max level dragon in as far down as a Town Hall 6 Clan Castle. So the part of the challenge is definitely making sure that that's handled. He goes ahead and gets out a few wizards to go ahead and take care of that. Since there's no poison spell available, just has to make sure to bombard the dragon before the dragon can do any major splash damage on those troops. Then he does a good job of getting the giants in there right away, making sure that they are in between the defenses and the wizards, so the wizards can stay behind to clean up. And at this point, the traps start getting the giants, but the heal spell comes in to start helping out here. And definitely Demo's cautious enough about making sure to wait on the healers until some of the air defenses are more addressed here. They do get over here to the stronger one in the Town Hall 6, and that's about the point where he'll be comfortable with throwing in those healers. At the same time, Clan Castle troops not out yet here. At first, the heroes are following on with the wizards, then he brings out the dragon, because the dragon's also not going to be very susceptible at this point. Just a level 1 air defense to deal with, and the dragon's going the other way. So the dragon's going to remain safe. So here at this point, it's going to start looking scary for the healers with that air defense attacking them. But the wizards do end up getting to them just in time, rather the air defense just in time. So the healers are able to keep protecting those wizards as they keep going around on the outside. Now by this point the giants are kind of already taken care of as far as the defenses are doing things to the offensive troops. So now it's down to the wizards and the dragon that are left here, and given that you have one dragon, it's kind of slow. Hopefully things get done in time. As you can see, there's a couple outlying buildings still, like the builder's hut out there in the corner, so the wizards are definitely going to end up helping to take care of that here. In the meantime, the dragon ends up finally catching the attention of that last archer tower there to help protect the wizards even further and allow the healers to continue to keep them as pretty healthy as possible. So now it's just a matter of time here in this last minute here. It's going to go a little bit slowly here to catch that last 20% of damage, but the troops do end up getting it done here. So far pretty good showing for the Town Hall 6 changes to have that extra air defense in there. So far with this army there wasn't a whole lot of air troops, so not too much to worry about yet. So we'll see what kind of ends up happening in the future when you have extra healers or extra balloons or anything like that going on. And it definitely helped to have that more powerful dragon in there to help kind of be the ringer in there and take care of some of those tougher structures in the center here at the end, allowing the wizards to split up, take care of the last builder huts that are out in the corners there. So there's a good amount of divide and conquer here to make sure that this was done in time. Otherwise, there was probably a risk that there might have been like some kind of a 99% 2-star or something like that at the end of the battle. Unfortunately, or fortunately rather, it went that way for us. So with this score here, Demo gets 3 more stars. That brings our lead to 8-0 at this point. With the next battle, though, we're going to end up jumping ahead in the timeline, and we're going to see what some of our people at the top have done. All right, our next attack here. At this point, the score for the team was 26-6. Again, the opponent team hadn't really done too much attacking yet, so we were still kind of expecting that we needed to get as many stars as we can, just to make sure that whatever they're doing to try to catch up when they're finally attacking is not going to be good enough to catch up to us in the end. So Chris here from the Bendecos clan, I have his clan tag in the description as well here, so if you guys want to check out their clan or ours, feel free to. At this point, yeah, Chris is taking care of the clan castle troops with the poison spells. Just missed, I think, a little bit of the archers here, yeah. But those were low-level archers there, just to the right of where the poison spell was. And we had the added benefit here of seeing the poison spell affect the archer queen and knock off a few hit points, which would probably end up helping things a little bit on later on. Now what Chris likes to do with his kill squad is put a jump spell in there. I do see where it works out pretty beneficially because it gets the golems inside the walls more quickly. He doesn't, yeah, he'd rather use the jump spell than the wall breakers. Me, I tend to use the wall breakers more, but I can see how, you know, if you know how to employ the things either way, you can definitely pick one or the other. So the kill squad's definitely doing its damage till he's barely even, yeah, he's just finally sending in the hogs now. And as you can see with the timer to go, this is going to be a pretty quick attack because the kill squad got a good, decent head start going. A lot of the defenses on that whole half of the base are just taken out, so the hogs can just pretty much almost go straight down that left side of the base to make sure that all those other defenses are handled, allowing the heroes and the wizards that are still in the kill squad, that are still alive, to be able to keep things going on with cleanup on the other side. Again, you see the archer queen on the right side there, still taking care of a couple other defenses there, taking away some of the risk to the hog riders, so in case there were any extra giant bombs over there and stuff like that. You can see a couple of them were already handled by the archer queen, and then a couple of them, I think, yeah, at least one of them got missed altogether. And you'll see it's probably in that left side of the base there, if you notice the pattern of the bomb marks there. Then the hogs were able to miss it, and that was a big key to the success in this battle. If you can ever avoid pathing your hog riders over a giant bomb, it certainly helps. And the last one gets taken care of before the hogs are near it, and the defenses are all done now. So pretty good amount of division here among the troops. They split up just enough to be able to quickly take care of the base, so there was no worry of running out of time. And this is what I love to see. I definitely enjoy seeing a really good go-hog attack end up being successful. I know for Chris and I, we both get a little bit of hit and miss on that, so we definitely enjoy seeing results like this. Alright, so now at this point, with Chris's battle ending up making the score 29-6, we're going to fast forward to a point when it's 41-40, and the last 2 battles are coming up here actually. This one's from the enemy team. This is their last chance to score a star on Batman, who is defending right now with some clan castle troops. Kind of obscured at the bottom here due to the timer, so sorry about that. But yeah, at this point, the score is 41-40. The tiebreaker percentage is pretty close. So depending on what happens with each of our team's last attacks, will end up determining the win. So we're all on pins and needles here, waiting to find out what happens. So yeah, their number 5 is going after our number 7 Batman. And at this point, the clan castle troops are getting taken care of with a couple of poison spells kind of hastily placed, as well as having to use up a couple of other troops to make sure the dragon gets taken out. So it kind of got a little rush there as far as that goes. Maybe perhaps a waste of resources to an extent. But the golems come out to protect those troops that were after the dragon there. And the wall breakers end up getting blasted before they can do any damage with the giant bomb there, of course. And they still can't end up breaking up that wall, so that kind of slows things down for the opposition. Wizards come in, they're cleaning up the outside buildings here, so it's just a matter of seeing if the golems end up keeping them protected. But they are spreading out a bit more, so they are getting taken out somewhat, and that could end up resulting in some danger later on. Clan Castle P.E.K.K.A comes out, pretty strong level there. At this point, though, things are getting to where the troops are starting to make their way into the core of the base, and the Rage Spell ensures that now. The Barbarian King, the Golems, and a couple of Wizards make their way in there and start tearing out the middle a little bit. Archer Queen comes out to start picking off the side, so there seems to be a little kind of 2-squad action going on here. Now, that could end up hurting or harming the outcome of the battle depending on how well the defenses end up picking their targets. So right now at this point, it's kind of still going strong. It looks it could go either way here. And bear in mind at this point there does need to end up being a star being gained from this. Otherwise, there is no chance of the enemy team winning. At this point, already 2 stars were picked up on Batman's base. So all the more reason we were in suspense over this. The heal spell helps keep some of these troops alive in the middle here. Archer Queen's kind of making her way through, setting out spring traps without any bother, and getting pretty protected while she's taking things out. The troops that split off to the right side end up going away here, but the ones that are up at the top left here for now, they're going to start making their way around, especially with the Archer Queen's help. So it's starting to look kind of iffy here. There's only the Archer Tower there on the top, and then there's the 2 defenses there on the right. And it's looking pretty scary here now because they still have enough offensive power on the map to be able to go ahead and do all the damage they need to. Now it's just a matter of time. Of course, now with those 2 defenses keeping their eye on the golems, that's going to allow the other troops a pretty easy way of being able to take care of the other buildings without being taken out themselves. No other abilities to be used, all the troops are deployed, so it's just a matter of watching this play out here. And as it gets closer, it's starting to look pretty scary here, but it's about here that I start thinking, okay, what if they don't get that 3rd star? As you can see, there's no worry about the defense is stopping them anymore, but their offense now has to kick in and take things down. But that huge elixir storage there in the middle is not getting addressed. It's still stuck in its own compartment. The Archer Queen has to walk her way around it. And now, as you can see, this is looking pretty awful for the other guys, but pretty sweet for us. 99%, 2 stars. And that one actually clinches the win for us. I still got one to show you here, but first, I think that guy just totally got bat burned. Ow, dang, man, you got to get some ointment. So POG picks up another win, but we still got one more battle left to fight. Taiga went ahead and went for the number 4 opponent here. Now he could have aimed for a little bit lower and picked up a 3rd star somewhere else, especially without any pressure. So he just went ahead and went after that number 4 base, going with the Gohog attack here. So at this point, yeah, if the other 1% in that previous battle had been collected, the tie probably could have been in their favor in terms of the percentage damage. I mean, it would only take the increase of the difference that the previous battle was compared to their next best effort on Batman's base, that it would have put a lot of pressure on this battle here. But without the pressure, perhaps, I don't know, maybe that helped him with making sure we got the 3rd star on this baby. So we got the kill squad going in, 2 golem effort here. Sometimes I go with just 1 on a go hog, but I can see where having 2 is pretty useful. I do that sometimes. The hogs end up splitting up a bit, but it turns out that the decent placements of the heal spells rather end up keeping the hogs protected well enough. They did come out kind of quickly, and they were paired out just in case the hogs did end up deciding to split up even more. The kill squad's still pretty strong out there. It's some pretty good force. The heroes are still well alive. The golems are still there to take some distractions as well. And yeah, so I mean, it really made it easier on the hogs to take care of things. You'll see them kind of dwindle down by the end here because of the couple of the giant bombs that ended up going off. There was just enough hog riders at the end of it to make sure that the defenses were all taken out at the right positions. Any other ones that were around were definitely within the Archer Queen and Barbarian King's reaches for a while there. So it was definitely some pretty good tandem work for those squads there between the hog squad and the kill squad, and definitely got things taken care of here. So this one was another fun go hog to watch here. Got a couple of them in one war and resulted in 3-star attacks, so those were pretty awesome. So yeah, at this point we're just looking at the cleanup. We're looking at the already guaranteed victory, just kind of wrap up on an even more positive note. And what ends up happening here is we end up getting an extra little bit heavier victory margin on that. Not that a 2-star victory margin is huge or that impressive or anything, but it just kind of reinforces that we don't even quit even when things are clinched. We definitely want to make sure that we show them that when you go up against PotOfGold, you're going to get your butt kicked more often than not. In fact, out of our last dozen or so wars, we've certainly won at least 2/3 of them. We're on fire pretty much right now, I'd say. So as you can see, the total destruction percentage was within 1%, and for a 15-on-15 battle, that basically means, say, something like 6%. Within a battle, it basically makes up that 1% of total destruction for the team. So it was close enough in that end that we definitely need to make sure that we had the lead in stars, and we ended up getting that. As you can see, the players on our team definitely made sure of that. A lot of us knew where to go after we had done our attacks against our mirror bases and make sure that we got things cleaned up. So we definitely had things well handled. So thanks again for watching. Look forward to bringing you another clan recap later.